which has, let's say, DJI FPV blades. So the motors, the flight controller, the ESC plus this to make a complete
FPV system.
And that would have, to me, made sense. But hi, KhoPhi here. Thank you for joining me in this maiden episode of what do I even call it? KhoPhi Podcasts. Anyway, today we are here to discuss. I saw this news item in about the DJI FPV drone they are releasing recently, and I think that drone, it's a bit confusing, and I wish I'm going to talk about what I wished had happened with that drone instead. I have here with me Ishmael Lamte today to join me on this first episode, and he recently got into the drone scene, flying his Mavic Air 2, trying to tease me with all his nice drone shots and all that. So yeah, he's gonna share with me his thoughts about the FPV drone and whether he thinks of getting one himself. Personally, I think that drone doesn't make sense, and that's what I want to explain on this podcast. So thanks for joining me, and we'll be back soon. A big background about myself. I recently bought this drone, and I think you've seen me flying with this.
Yes.
So this is, I think, the Holy Bro KhoPhi's Cinewoop. And from the Mavic Mini that I had, this is what I've jumped to. When I first heard about the DJI FPV drone, I was really excited about it, and I thought it was gonna be something else. When I started seeing the pictures, I was like, I don't get it. For you, what are your first impressions of that drone?
Well, getting to know what an FPV is and how it works and everything about it, and seeing pictures of what DJI seems to be releasing, didn't really fall into place like being an FPV for me, because under normal circumstance you want to have a total control over everything that's in the FPV ecosystem. But with what DJI is putting out, it's more like a Mavic, a certain level of Mavic just being put out there. So for me, I was also a bit disappointed, because I'm also looking at the near future probably jumping onto FPV systems, and
which you should,
knowing DJI to be bigger brand in terms of drone technology and the rest, and they are doing this and calling it FPV. It was very much disappointing, I should say.
And I share a similar feeling about it. I'm not really sure. I kind of have a mixed feeling about, and I'm not sure where this new drone they are bringing sits on the scale, because we have very on the two ends we have drones like this, which are literal FPV drones. So it comes bare bone, it has nothing, no sensors, it's only a camera on it, and you pretty much have, I would say, almost absolute control on it. They have this software they call Beta Flight, so you can go in there and control the flight controller and everything. And I love it because in this one, for instance, I'm using the DJI FPV system. So it comes with the controller. I think I have the controller here. So it comes with the controller, which is this beefy box. And then on top of that, they have the goggles. Now, this is what they call the FPV system. In my mind, I was expecting DJI to complete the set. And by completing the set, what I mean is they make a DJI flight controller and then a DJI electronic speed. And that would mean that I can buy an FPV drone which has, let's say, DJI FPV blades. So the motors, the flight controller, the ESC plus this to make a complete
FPV system.
And that would have, to me, made sense. But what they've currently done looks to me like a version of DJI Mavic Mini.
It's true. It's true.
When I saw the news, It comes with sensors.
Yeah, I actually saw, yes. One of the pictures I didn't see, I actually saw sensors on it. Like,
and I'm like, okay, so that's a Mavic Air or a Mavic Pro.
Mavic FPV.
Mavic FPV. Yeah, I mean, if it's a Mavic FPV, so I'm not sure exactly where it's gonna fit unless they're trying to create a new market for it. Because from articles I read, the drone it's not gonna be for racing.
Okay.
It's not gonna be an FPV racing drone. Okay. So if it's gonna be a normal drone, which you can just flip around and probably do acrobatics and stuff like that, then
that's fine.
I mean, what? And one issue I have with what they introduced is that they are trying to create this ecosystem for themselves. Now, when you look at the current Mavics, it has an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like, if I need a battery to put in a Mavic 2, I need to buy it from DJI.
Sure.
I can't
buy it
like,
from elsewhere. Yeah, that's true.
With this, for instance, I can take out the ESC and swap in something else.
Oh, yeah.
Take away the DJI and put in an analog version or whatever.
Yeah.
The blades, I can go for whatever I want. Like, everything is kind of like...
You have total control over everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
but they are trying to create the same thing they are doing with the Mavic.
Where you have to always fall back to DJI for parts and everything.
I don't understand, like, what problem they are trying to solve. It looks like it's a problem looking for a solution. What I would have loved to see was a complete DJI FPV where I have this, I have the blades from DJI, I have the controllers, the motors, everything DJI.
But yet you still have the flexibility of switching to any kind of parts that you
exactly
want to use. Yeah.
So if I'm using the DJI blades and I'm not getting the kind of push or whatever I want, I can just throw in and swap and put in something else.
Yeah.
But with this FPV drone, I don't think I can use these blades on it.
I actually also don't think you can even slap on to it maybe a GoPro or an Osmo.
Probably somebody on a third party is going to make a mount or something, but right off the bat, I don't think there is even an option to do that.
Yeah.
So, and the camera, I think they were saying is 4K 60 frame, which is good. But is it going to be as good as a GoPro? Because this is Hero 9 and this is designed for certain things. The wide angle, they have super photo, it comes with a lot of things that I don't think DJI is going to be able to put in. And if they're able to put into the FPV drone this camera quality, then it's going to cost like what, $500 on top of whatever they have, which they don't seem to. It's
That's
not
true.
going to happen.
What do you think about the design of it, actually? First impression, seeing the design.
The design I saw, it's you know, the thing is, I think when we eventually have it in hand and get to play with it, the design, the one thing I liked about the design was not even about the drone itself. It was the controller. It's way smaller.
Yeah.
And it looks like a gamepad. It feels like a gamepad. So from the pictures, I was like, yeah, that looks about, you know, smaller and compared to at least relative to this one. This one is bulky. Like, you put it on your neck and it weighs you down. Not that I have a problem with this, but if it's smaller, it's easier to carry. That kind of thing. So when I saw that one, the controller jumped up to me. I liked how small it is, but I'm not really sure I like the design of it. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me, and I'm struggling to find what kind of audience they are trying to sell to, because are they saying it's a Mavic Pro which can just do gymnastics?
Well,
in this case, I'm sure the blades are going to be smaller. And are they going to be like, because they were saying it's able to go, what, I think 100 kilometers plus an hour, which is really fast. My what, the Echo Quad, the 5S I have, can also go that fast, maybe even faster. And I'm like, how much are they going to sell this thing? Like we were talking about in the WhatsApp group, the price the price point they set, it's gonna be a break or make point.
Yeah.
If they set the price anything above $1,500, that's gonna be a turn off.
Yeah.
Because for $2,000, I was able to get their FPV system plus 2 drones, a Cinewhoop and a Freestyle. So if it's more than $1,500, it's gonna be, they will have to really convince
clients to be able to.
Yeah, I mean, because for $2,000, one can get the system plus a drone, extra, plus even a hero.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
Well, so it's actually just pictures we've seen. We are still
we've seen pictures.
We are still waiting to. I'm sure probably maybe some of the feedback will get to them and they might tweak a couple of them. That is what I'm also hoping.
I hope so because these leaks are happening too many, and you are like, yeah.
Actually, also came by a video which there was like it was a test flight.
Actually flying it.
Yeah,
wow, that's nice.
It was a bit noisy. It did move fast actually.
Okay.
FPVs,
which is expected.
But I didn't really get closer shot of it. But from what I saw in terms of the speed, it was okay. But well, if it's still going to be with the design or whatever they are going to put up, for me, it'll be a bit disappointing seeing an FPV system in that manner, in that form. But I'm still looking for it.
I'm still looking for it. But so far, for me, what I've seen so far, whatever thing they are doing doesn't make sense. And I wish they would have made those modular approach to what I was saying earlier, like make your DJI flight controller, make your ESC, make your blades, make your motors. Then join the FPV market. Probably also make your batteries. Then let people decide
if they still want to move with your
because personally I like the goggles, I like the controller, I like the air unit. I would love to have a flight controller that is DJI, buying the blades, buying the motors, so that when I pick this thing up, I have a DJI FPV,
a complete
FPV
system.
And if they are to do that, I think they can get more people buying their because people would, looking at the kind of name they've made for themselves with the Mavic and stuff like that. Imagine I could get an ESC that right out of the box is able to fly like a Mavic, but with a turn of a knob I can take it a step further and be able to fly like that. I mean, people would die for it.
That's true.
So I am really, at this point, I feel disappointed, like the direction they are going, because I wouldn't want to lock myself into that whatever kind of ecosystem again.
True. Like that's true. Of course, everyone would want to have the flexibility of going with whatever you want.
I mean, because I don't know, we will have to wait and see. But I really love my FPV setup, and I was just hoping. Probably this is just maybe me dreaming, but I am a part of me wants to see like the drone being easy to repair, or you can swap out the components, it's just the casing on it, but in it you can take if that is what is there,
then it's cool. Because at the end of the day, you still have the flexibility.
So you can open it up and then take parts. So if that is the case, and I forgot, then they make a DJI frame. So this frame is from Holybro. They can make their DJI frame. So they can go crazy with whatever designs they want. That's something I was willing to see with this thing.
Well,
but at the end of the day, the price is going to determine like how this
people are going to. Yes, and also how it is going to turn out to be, since it's not released yet.
Anyway, that's basically my thoughts about this
same
DJI.
Same here.
I really have mixed feeling. I feel I'm a bit disappointed, and we would have to wait and see. Until then, I'm just going to enjoy my Holybro Cinewhoop.
I'll be waiting to see what DJI is going to release next, or in terms of the FPV system. That's probably also going to influence my decision in whether joining them.
I feel really like turned down with this move. When I saw the picture, I was like, nah. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this one.
Thank you too.
For our next episode, we're going to talk about your container stuff.
Sure.
So we're currently even in a container office, and this place is chill. It's really good.
I see.
You're enjoying life. Oh?
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this with a solid air conditioning like blowing through my nostrils in this hot Ghana.
I didn't know.
Anyway, we will talk about the container, and I personally want to learn more about that.
Sure.
Anyway, thanks for joining me in this one. So,
right.
This is Ishmael, and you can find a link to his channel in the description below if you want to learn more about what he does. So, he's also a tech YouTuber here in Ghana, and he joined me today to share his thoughts about this ugly FPV DJI thing camera. Anyway, so thanks for joining me also in this one. There's going to be another episode. It should come, I think, a week from now. I don't know when I'm going to post this. In any case, hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know how many minutes you recorded.
15. Close to 15.